Welcome back to the vendor table.
Hi.
Hi. I'm getting really good at saying that.
Welcome back to the vendor table?
Yeah, I feel like it just rolls off the tongue.
It's not really hard to say.
Yeah, but I have like a way of saying it.
Welcome back to the vendor table. I'm Michael Casera.
Now,
and this is my co-host, Lauren O'Brien.
Don't mock me. Don't you dare.
It's all I do.
What? Yeah, it is all you do. Ridiculous human being, you.
It's who I am.
Yeah, it is. It is. Oh, God. Well, why don't we integrate this and segue into what we're going to talk about today?
A good segue.
It's a good segue. So we're talking about how to... Want to pick up on that? No? You didn't pick up on that? I think you would roll into it. Okay. Well, we're talking about how to bring your personality into your brand.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, that.
Yeah, that.
Mm-hmm.
You have a lot of personality.
Would you say so?
Oh, God. Yes, you do.
I don't know. I've been described as being a vibe.
A total vibe.
Yeah.
Did you see someone commented on the Instagram today? It was like, why is she wearing sunglasses inside? To a previous episode.
Just to be a dick, guys, if you were wondering.
Mm-hmm.
I just felt like being a dick.
Yeah. You're a vibe. A total vibe.
I don't know. Why not?
You do you.
Let people enjoy things.
Yeah. Haters. Got a lot of haters.
I mean, yeah, I do.
Haters fuel the fire, though.
I don't really... I don't know. I like attention. I don't really care.
It's kind of fun. Like, someone commented on a TikTok that we posted, and it was just like, it was all about, what was the TikTok we posted recently? It was the one, it was today's TikTok. Like, we're recording, this is going to be like 4 weeks later.
Oh, yeah.
But it was, best man maid of honor speeches.
Oh, right.
And like, we gave the, we posted the clip and everything like that of like giving the speech on paper, right? Like, and it looks better and everything like that. So someone on TikTok writes, "Who cares?"
People do care.
And I'm like, why are you commenting, bro?
If you don't care, why are you commenting?
It's like, you obviously care that you had to write a comment.
Who cares? I mean, maybe
trolls are everywhere.
Maybe
They're
a bride
great.
and groom cares
Yeah. Well, that video
what
got
their
like
pictures look like.
the video got like a lot of views. So you know what? Suck it, hater. So,
I don't care. Thanks for the engagement.
Yeah, that's what I literally commented. Thanks for the engagement. Okay. Well, you know, so we're going to talk about integrating your personality into your business, okay? Small business owners, great episode 4. Maybe brides and grooms, like you kind of can understand where, you know, independent photographers or small business owners come from, okay? So I learned throughout the years that, especially with the ad and being on social media, that businesses that integrate their personality into, or their persona into their brand, do so much better.
Yeah.
They really do.
I also feel like it gives people who may be considering you as a vendor just like a sneak peek of what to expect before they even meet you. So
it makes you relatable.
Yeah.
So like bringing your personality into your brand makes you relatable, makes your brand relatable. They might say, people might be like, yeah, like I like that guy's vibe. Like he's ridiculous. He's as ridiculous as I am. Okay. Or I might like the girl with the tattoos because she's just a lunatic dancer and I want to party with her. Okay. So you bring your personality into your brand, people can relate to that and they attract themselves more to the brand, right? Mm-hmm. Like, so they'll be, it honestly brings in more loyalty too, when you think about it.
I think so. I mean, I have couples that have been coming to me for the last like 7 years now. Even when I was still working at the studio, when they wanted to, that was only a wedding studio. You know, they didn't do other sessions like maternity, lifestyle things. So they would come to me after the fact. And then when I moved on, they still come to me. And like, it's really nice and refreshing to see that brand loyalty. And it's not just a loyalty to your brand, but to your person.
Yeah.
You know,
makes you feel really good.
Yeah.
It really does. Because it shows that like, hey, people loved what you put out there. Right. And, you know, like obviously they liked your work, okay? Like if they're coming back to you,
Right.
So that's one facet. But what really keeps people loyal to the brand is your personality. So having that said is like your work is one avenue to keep a client. But if you're dry and stale, or you don't mesh with the client's personality, they might be less likely to use you again.
Exactly.
So infusing your personality into your brand makes you all the more relatable to said client. And there's a reason we talked about this in like previous episode, but like, you know, finding the ideal client, right? That's a big part. Like having your personality in your brand helps you find those ideal clients.
Yeah, it finds you people that are going to mesh with your personality. I mean, we were just talking about this recently in another episode about like how I love smut. I love reading naughty books. Okay, I put it out there, right? I have a client who is now, like, I haven't shot her wedding yet, but we have been reading the same book series from an author and just talking to each other as we're reading these books now. And now we've just bonded over something else. So now we have this like relationship outside of the client and like vendor relationship. And it's just really nice. Like you're connecting with people on another level that's outside of just work, which it can sometimes toe a dangerous line, but I have never found it to be a problem.
I don't think that's a problem. I think that just makes you more relatable. I think that's really cool. I think we talked about Jen B. Like when we had Jen B on, she was talking about how she got to know her clients so well that like they're working out together and they're doing like, I think that's amazing. Like I have great relationships with a lot of my clients where I'm still in touch with them and I photograph so many things of their life. And like from a guy perspective, like, and Matt knows this because we used to play all the time, but a lot of the grooms connect with me because of video games.
Yeah.
Like when I do meetings, like I have like a gamer setup and like people are like, oh, whoa, like you got like really cool setup there, bro. Like, I'm like, yeah, like, you know, I'm like, yeah, I'm a gamer. I'm like a big nerd. I got like, you know, like a really good PC, gaming PC and stuff like that. And they're like, oh yeah, what do you play? And I'm like, oh, you know, I play Warzone. Like, I'm pretty good, you know, stuff like that.
Pretty good.
Like, you know, I'll play this and that. And they're like, oh yeah, like let's play. Like, no joke. And then like I start playing with grooms. I've played with like Warzone when it was peak COVID. A lot of my grooms, like Matt and I used to play all the time. So like, it's really cool like that you could relate to people on that level. And like I was able to play like, you know, like video games with my grooms, just like you were, you know, reading smutty books. You got smutty books. I got
like
video
fairy
games.
porn.
Got a lot of fairy porn. She tells me about her fairy porn. I don't
It's
fucking
good.
understand.
It's really good.
I don't fucking know. One, I'm not a book reader. Okay?
It's a little more along the lines of epic fantasy, okay? With some
smut
stuff.
Some smut. Okay.
I kept it tame. kept
it PG-13 on the pod.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
You could DM Lauren for all the smut.
I will give you so many recommendations. It's a library filled with things.
Yeah. Well, if you want to play a video game, grooms, like 10% of our audience is grooms, by the way. If you want to play a video game, hit me up. If you want to read...
Hey, a lot of chicks play female video games.
I know a couple...
Play video games.
Yeah, I know a couple brides, or even bridesmaids that actually... Yeah. Like, they were like... I post, like, my setup sometimes, and, like, I have, like, all the LEDs, and they're like, oh, you play games? Like, what do you play? And I'm like, fuck yeah, relatable. I love that. Relatable.
That's the point. So,
infusing your personality into your brand, right? So you're not a robot. Like I tell people all the time, like the up and coming photographers that, you know, are establishing themselves and stuff like that, they, you know, should infuse their brand. And I like have a lot of my second shooters that are a lot younger. It's scary. A lot young. I feel like we're always talking about being old.
You need to
We're
stop.
Not that old.
We're not that old.
We're not that old. I'm not 40.
I have a few good years left in me.
I got life in me.
God.
But
I can keep up.
But I tell my second shooters that are younger than me that, like, you know, there's a reason that I put my personality into my brand is for relatability. And like, if you do follow me, you know, like I'm always doing behind the scenes and I'm showcasing like, you know, our ridiculous personality. And like when Lauren and I work together, we're always showcasing like stupid stuff and we're having fun. We're giving you like an insider perspective on how we do things.
What it's like to work with us.
Yeah. And we're a lot of fun. And I infuse like like I share memes and I do all that stuff on my photography page because, you know, that's what I like. And I share also my family. And I know a lot of people don't do that. And like, you know, obviously keep your privacy the way you want it. But I share my family in my stories sometimes, and I integrate my family, and they show like, hey, I'm a family guy. I like love my kids. I love my wife, and like these are part of my family. So it makes you more relatable. I think it also
makes you look like a human being instead of a machine.
Yeah.
You know, like you are a human being, and sometimes it's very easy to forget that.
Yeah, they might, you know, realize a little bit quicker. Clients might realize a little bit quicker, like, hey, like, you know, he's got 2 kids. Like, you know, he didn't get back to me in 6 hours. Maybe he's like dealing with something.
Yeah.
And like most of the time I'll share like, hey, I'm out of the office, like I'm on vacation, or like, hey, one of my kids is sick, so I'm gonna get back to emails later tonight, or something like that. So it gives you that you know, relatability to the client and stuff like that. And some might not understand that, but I feel like, my God, 99.9% of my clients understand that.
I saw on the like wedding photography subreddit that somebody said that was a red flag recently.
Oh, fuck you.
That saying like you're out of office because you're sick or something like that is a red flag as a business owner. And I was like, what are you smoking?
You're a loser.
You're updating your clientele. That's informing them of what's going on. That's actually being a professional business owner.
Seriously.
In my opinion.
That's literally being the definition of professional.
You are not expected. You should not be expected to respond to every email immediately because you are a human being.
Exactly.
And sometimes things happen. Mike and I both have kids. Like things happen. So updating your clients and telling them what is going on in your life, that you cannot respond to an email for maybe 24 hours.
Person clearly doesn't have kids and has never been through flu season.
So ridiculous, but whatever.
Yeah. Clearly doesn't have kids. Clearly has never been through flu season with small children.
Oh my God.
So I will,
We're going to
F off,
be gone with you.
Yeah, seriously. No, but I think like infusing your personality ways into your brand like are great. And social media is a great way to do that. It's really, you know, we always talk about the burden of social media and things like that, but it really does give you an avenue to showcase who you are along with your work. And let's talk from a photographer's perspective for a second, okay? Like Instagram is a great tool because you could showcase your work, but you could also showcase your personality, right? Whether it's reels, stories, whatever, okay? You could infuse that into your brand and make it part of your personality. Like I've done stupid, ridiculous reels where I am literally talking about my camera collection like it's a collection of females.
It is my favorite reel of all time.
It's great.
If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. It is so good.
I'll repost it.
Please post it to the vendor table.
We'll post it to the vendor table.
It is so good. It's my favorite.
But that's part of my personality is like I'm ridiculous and I want to showcase that.
Who'd you say is more ridiculous, you or me?
Oh, you, 100%. Without question. Without question. Without question. Like, I'm not reserved with my clients.
No, you're very, like, open. And, like, hands-on and very fun and, like,
yeah. Like, I'll like, pretend to do a pose with a groom and, like, go up and hug them. And they'll be like, do this, you know?
And you do voices.
I do. Oh, God, it makes so many weird voices. It's so...
Oh, my God!
It's like, oh, my God, guys, let's do this. Let's go. It's like, oh my God, let's go. Shit like that, yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
That's your good. Yeah, that's your favorite.
Mm-hmm. And also when you sit on the floor or like you kneel on the floor in church, I love when you do that too.
Why?
Because it's cute.
I'm sitting on the floor. There's no personality to me sitting on the floor.
I don't know. It's just something about like you kneeling on the floor and your little feet sticking out, just like.
I don't understand that.
It's like a cute little bunny rabbit.
All right. Well, apparently sitting on the floor has personality.
So cute.
Okay. Well, and then I have this one. Okay. Like I haven't seen Lauren as a main photographer from the second.
It's the same.
It's probably the same. So I'm just going to relate to it from what I see on wedding days is she's sometimes out of control. Like the last
What do you mean?
The last wedding we shot together, the bride came out in a sequin jumpsuit. And Lauren, being a big fan of jumpsuits, dropped what she was doing and ran to the bride. And I don't know what was said because it was far away.
It went something like this. Ma'am, excuse me. where did you get that? I need to have it.
There you go. So. And
then I salivated. It was amazing. It was everything I could have ever hoped for in a jumpsuit.
Yeah, I'm sure. It was totally your vibe.
It was stunning.
When I saw her walk out in it too, I was just like, "Oh, Lauren's gonna love that." And then you caught, like, your eye caught her.
I peeled out.
Like, ran, and I was talking to the bridal attendant, and I was just like, "Lauren's gonna go talk to her about her jumpsuit right now," and literally, that's what happened.
I think the only thing that you heard me say was, "Oh my God."
Yeah, that's what I did hear. But it, like, days like that, like, we had a lot of fun on that wedding, you know, and we brought our personalities to it, and, like, the couple, Ashley and Mike, were a lot of fun. And, like, the bride, Ashley texts me all the time, and she's like, texts me funny things, and, like, she was like, in love with the photo that, like, you got of Mike crying, during the first look, and, like, I sent that to her as a teaser, and, like, you know, she had, like we had been talking, and I sent her, like, a couple of teasers because I was going on vacation, and she had mentioned to me in her text, because this is how comfortable she was with me, that she was just like, "Oh, I can't wait to see a photo of, like, Mike crying. Like, that's, like, what I really want to see." So I knew that she really wanted that, and because we had that relationship, you know, I was able to understand that, and I, like, made sure there was a couple in there of him, like, and I knew you got the shot, so I was like, I know that's there. So I went to it, sent it off in the teaser gallery, and she loved that. So I understood her personality, she understood my personality, and you bring that in, like, you show that you're a human, that you empathize with the client, that you're not a robot, right? Like, I'm not gonna ignore her request.
Yeah, I think that also allows, like, connecting with them on that level too allows them to be more vulnerable with you. So instead of, like, maybe seizing up and, like, maybe being a little bit more rigid or shy, it'll allow them to open up to you a little bit more, feel more comfortable with you. It's just, I don't know. We attract the right clients for us because they see our personalities and they want that. And then when we document it, when we get together, you can see it.
Yeah.
I don't know any other way to put it. No,
it's the truth.
We attract our ideal clients because we're the ideal photographers for them.
Yes. Man, you said it perfectly.
Right? I don't know. Like, I have all these wacky, wonderful brides who, like, sometimes I wonder if I'm too much for some people.
You?
Sometimes I wonder if I am too much. And then, like, I meet them in person and I'm like, "Oh man, no, you're my people. Like, everything is going to be fine. I love this for us."
And now my brides are requesting you.
Well,
I mentioned this a few times.
Is that such a problem? Is that so bad?
No. One of my brides was like, "I need to have Lauren. Make it happen."
I can't
she
wait to meet her.
She didn't really say it like that, but she was just like, she's like, "Can Lauren shoot my wedding?" And I was like, "Oh God."
I can't wait to meet her.
Yeah, you'll love her. You will absolutely love her.
Ashley wanted to twerk with me.
She did want to twerk with you.
It didn't end up happening, but I did, like, do a nice, like, when we were saying goodbye, I gave her, like, a hug and, like, a dance hug.
A dance hug.
I did my best.
There was a really good meme I saw. It was like the Barbie meme where it was like Ken walking across the dance floor. It's like me saying goodbye to my clients,
I
like
posted
when they're going crazy on the dance floor.
Because I was like, if this ain't me.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, "That's Lauren." Oh my God.
I can't help myself. If you have a good DJ playing a good set, like, I am dancing. I'm putting the cameras down for like half a second and tying my hair up, switching my shoes, and I'm running onto the dance floor, and I will be dancing with you.
Yeah, I've seen it happen a few times. I'm not a big dancer.
You wiggle.
I wiggle. I do wiggle.
You do the Michael Cassara wiggle.
I do wiggle. It's great.
You shake your hips.
Yeah,
you do the little.
I get excited. You know, like there were a few weddings, like, back in the day where, like, they were doing, like, spin the bottle, like, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, that's been happening a lot lately.
And,
have
like,
you noticed that?
It points to you, and it did happen twice, and I did get down.
I did almost limbo at a recent wedding.
No
one was going under. I was like, if something doesn't happen, I'm doing it.
I'd be too afraid to fall on my freaking ass.
Oh no.
With cameras and be like, "Oh, that's bad news."
No, you just, hold them like this. I guess that's not really a good thing to do either.
It's like, no, No, but with our personalities, and I think this is said to any small business owner, any person that if you have a brand or you're looking to, really sell your brand better, putting yourself into it, your personality and putting yourself into it is the number one tool you could use to better market your brand.
I think one of the most common things that people will say to me when they have finished a session or finished a wedding with me, or even bridesmaids and groomsmen, family members that have come up to me after a wedding or during a wedding, they say something to the effect of this was a lot more fun than this wedding that I was at last time. And that feels so good because there are some photographers out there who are all business, and that's all fine and well. It's not my approach. It's not how I am as a human being. So it's not going to be like that in my business. Yeah. But if that's your method of operating, that's fine. But I feel like a lot of people will feel more closed off. They won't feel as if they can have as much fun, maybe because it is all business. Yeah. But a lot of the people who have, worked with me have always told me that they felt so much more at ease than they expected to, or it just happened recently. Every single couple, I'm telling you guys, it's a lie. Whatever you've been told or whatever you think is a lie. We're awkward.
Oh, every couple says
Everyone says that, and it's no, you
Why
just
do you
haven't.
think you're awkward?
You just haven't met the right photographer.
That, or you never really when was the last time you were in front of a camera professionally? That might be your first time.
Maybe you feel awkward because your friend is taking a picture of you with an iPhone or something like that, but that doesn't mean you're awkward.
A photographer a good photographer will make a photo shoot not feel like a photo shoot.
Yeah, it'll make it feel like a date.
Yeah. And that's what it should be. It should be if you're doing an engagement shoot or even your wedding day should feel comfortable. You shouldn't feel awkward on your wedding day and feel forced.
It should feel fun and like a party and you're enjoying yourself.
Exactly. So having, as the photographer, bring your personality into it will help calm them down. And I always do that. I get to know the couples, I don't... So talking from the photographer perspective, when I do an engagement shoot, right? I don't shoot for the first 10 minutes of the session.
Yeah, no, me either.
I'm not hey, how you doing? Let's go. I'm not doing that. I'm walking with the couple for a few minutes, getting to know them. Hey, how you guys doing? How you been? If it's a couple that maybe I've never met before, never had a meeting with, maybe it's just an engagement session couple. I'm being what do you guys do? Feeling out their personalities, seeing how they are. And then I'm all right, let's start shooting a little bit, and we're gonna have some fun. And I always start them with the basic
same.
Yeah, let's take, I call it the mantle photo.
Yep.
Okay. You guys are gonna get together, arm around each other, and look at me. Okay, and take the boring ass photo that mom and dad like. I call it the mantle because grandma usually puts it on her mantle. Okay. Some people call it the fridge photo. So we do that.
It is the fridge photo.
It's the fridge photo, right? So we do that first, and then from there, I start kind of cracking my stupid jokes and getting into, hey, all right, guys, you're going to look at each other. You're going to hold hands and get your faces closer together because you like each other. You're getting married, aren't you?
Oh
I start bringing the personality into it. And it starts you start to see them start loosening up, their faces start smiling, you see the smiles coming, grin and everything like that, and be like let's just say Joe, get your arms around her, hands a little tighter. Come on, buddy. Come on, you like her. Get those hands on her. And it's Ashley, get your face right up in there. Come on, you like him.
Closer.
We do it all the time. So, and that's how I calm my couples down with my personality on photo shoots, on wedding days. I give them a little bit of ridiculous.
I feel like you have to, though.
You know me.
I know.
You might be ridiculous with dancing, but I'm ridiculous with my mannerisms.
Yes, you talk with your hands.
I'm very dynamic. I'm Italian. I talk with my hands. You're just gonna keep going?
Yeah.
If
you've been watching and listening at the same time, you've probably seen how many times Mike's hands move. He does that with.
I do that all the time. It's really bad. It's a bad habit.
I don't know what mine have been doing.
You're very, very stationary. Very, very proper.
Proper. Which is very unlike me.
Very unlike you. No, but
I burped off camera really loud before.
We're clipping it. Clip it and ship it. But like I said before, with your personality and infusing it into your business, it only is going to make your business better and more relatable.
Yeah. I'm sure there's going to be some idiot that argues about this. That's like, no, you shouldn't do that because it makes you look less professional. And to that I say, no. Fuck you. You're wrong.
I say no to you too, sir.
I say nay.
I say.
And I won't. And I will die on that hill.
I will die on that hill too. If people don't like my personality,
that's fine.
Guess what? I'm probably not booking you.
There's someone for everyone.
There is somebody
and
for
if you
everyone.
don't like me and you don't like Mike, that's okay. We don't
fine.
care.
Go book someone else.
That's fine.
Totally fine. It's, So I think that's like really cool for people to do. And I personally, I preach it. I preach that to any small business owner, any brand. Even like look at, when like Threads started.
Yeah.
And you saw like brands really start to like mess with it a little bit. Like Wendy's, for example.
Oh my God, Wendy's
is out of control on Threads.
Wendy's is out of control in general. I don't know what's going on. I love it.
Whoever runs their social media,
genius.
Freaking awesome.
Love
genius, it. Okay? Like they are crushing it. Same with like HoneyBook even. Like we talked about HoneyBook last episode, but HoneyBook is crushing it on social media too, especially on Threads, Twitter, things like that. Like they're integrating their personality into those social media platforms. And I remember when Threads came out, I think one of the first posts I made was like, this is a great place to integrate your personality to. Now, I don't post that much on Threads because I feel like I'm just inundated with what I'm doing for work right now. But it is a great place to showcase your personality and show who you are. And like, I think all your social media should have that because it's going to do that. And like, I love seeing big brands do it because it's making it relatable. One, I love Wendy's.
I mean, it's delicious.
I mean, chocolate Frosties all day.
Wait.
People.
We have to talk about it. We have to talk about it.
Yeah,
I think we're both on the same page about this.
We are.
The pumpkin spice frosty has to go.
No. Sorry. It can't happen.
This can't exist.
It can't exist. It just, why?
No.
Will you try it?
No.
I won't either. I won't go near it. I didn't tell you this. So I went to Wendy's the other night after a wedding. Okay.
Uh-oh.
They didn't have a chocolate frosty.
What did you do?
They had strawberry. I tried strawberry. It wasn't bad.
That's not what I was expecting.
It wasn't bad. I give it like a 6 out of 10.
Wow.
It was enjoyable. But I'll die on that hill. Chocolate Frosty's superior. Best Frosty flavor out there. You know it. Everybody knows it.
Moving on. What were we talking about?
I don't know. And
Threads?
like big brands like really integrating their personality into the business or letting a social media manager do it. But I think it does make the brands more fun and more relatable. And I think it's in 2023, it's a great way to sell your product is bringing your personality into it. And if you're funny and you're relatable, bringing that in is just another way to help sell your business.
Matt told me I was funny today. So now that's gone straight to my head.
Oh, God, if your head wasn't big enough already.
I have a very small head. I have a peanut head.
Ego head. No, but
Matt thinks I'm funny, so fuck you.
A lot of people somehow think you're funny.
I am.
You're all right. It's debatable. I think you're funny.
It's not debatable. I'm hilarious and universally beloved.
Oh, God. I do think she's actually pretty funny on occasion. You know, like everybody always said, like the little sister you never wanted nor had. It's pretty much what I think of Lauren. It's pretty bad.
It's me.
I have to wrangle, I wrangle her in on certain things, like whether it's the podcast, a wedding day. I don't know. It's something we got to do.
I can't be leashed.
No, you can't be tamed.
Nope.
Can't be tamed. Mm-mm. Well, this was a fun one.
This was okay. Yeah.
This was all right.
It's all right. Yeah.
It's all right.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too. Well, all right. Lauren, where can they find you?
They can find me at LaurenO'BrienPhoto.com, Lauren O'Brien Photo and the Feral Photog on Instagram, and Lauren O'Brien Photo on TikTok. Where can they find you, Michael?
Oh, that was a mouthful.
Blah, 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 blah.
You find me at Michael Sarah Photo on Instagram, TikTok, as well as my website. And you could find us at the Vendor Table Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Guys, it's been fun. We'll catch you next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.